Hello, and welcome to the
Hello.
workshop. How is everybody today? Rayuvi's grown up.
Oh.
Rayuvi's grown up and has gotten bigger and got orange. And what's up, everyone? Yeah, Bong, you actually got here on time. Hello, Raven. Hello, Strange Dragon. Hello, Electro. Hello, Paragon, Arctic Penguin. Am I quiet?
Are you quiet?
You sound good to me. Maybe it's just the stream.
Maybe. Maybe it's just the stream picking up the wrong microphone or something. I don't know. Let me
OBS might not be.
Maybe.
Well, I'm going to continue talking a little bit here
There
and
we
there.
go.
See if the okay.
How about that now? How's that for everyone? Is that better? Awesome.
That's good.
So today we're gonna
We make
be.
Aegis look small.
Well, I should be smaller, really. But the problem is, if I'm my normal height, I can't see
Now
over the
it's a-
desk.
Gradient, actually. Gradient.
Yeah, if I'm my normal height in this avatar, I can't see over the desk.
I mean, it looks like you can. I mean, from the camera preview, I can see. So
Yeah, but it still looks silly.
There you go.
So there we go. But yeah, as I say, today we're going to be doing some logics based on world access levels and some other miscellaneous logics and bits and pieces as well once we're done, and we'll be taking questions as well from you guys. So, without further ado, I'm going to grab this, and I am going to go smooth POV on myself, because for once I'm explaining something, which makes a change. Come on then.
Yep.
Okay, so, as I say, we're going to go over some logics here with access levels. So, we're going to start off with our logics from world. And what we're going to be working on here is world access level. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to load up my Twitch chat here as well. One sec. So I can actually see what you guys are saying, because otherwise I won't have a clue. Okay, the last thing that was said was better. Okay. So, what world access level is... yep, I'll tell you what, let's turn myself around here so you can see it's a bit more. So the world access level logics node is basically a node that shows information on what the access level is, and literally all you get is the current access level, which is anyone. Now, the really cool thing we can do with this one is, because of the way it works, you can actually put it through an enum. An enum is like a number that comes out from the position of it within an array. Because this is basically, it's just like an array sort of thing that you get given. So if we go into math, go into enums, enum to int, and you'll see here we've got session access level. And what we can do is we can connect this up to our world access level, and now we actually get a number corresponding to which access level we're on. So obviously our world's set to everyone right now, so we'll get a number of 5. What we actually also need to do with this as well, with access levels, is we need a updating relay clipped into this one. So we'll move these over, grab our updating relay and connect that up, because this one doesn't always update, so we actually need to check the information that's given out from that logics node. And then what we can do is we can actually run this through a multiplexer. So we'll take our multiplexer here, and we'll connect this up to here. And we'll add 5 different slots. Now you may notice it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually we're going to need... Do we need 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we need 6. Yeah, enum to integer is very, very useful. There's a lot of different parts of enum to integer. So if I bring up the enum to integer again, so we can go over it. You've got shadowcast mode, light types, session access levels, keys. Go on, Ray.
Okay, it was 7 because 7 inputs for integers 0 to 6.
Yes.
But you had it right. It was 6 plus the one that you have on there.
Yeah, so it's correct now. So yeah, we've got clear type, camera clear mode, camera positioning mode, camera projection mode, Z-Write, Z-Test, blend mode, culling, body node, and chirality. Now, Ryuvi is very good at chirality black magic. I'm not. So we're going to be working with the session access level today. So what we can do is we're going to get a string. And the easiest way to do that is to actually go into input. And you'll see that we have string here. Ooh. And what we'll do is we'll grab a string, connect that into the top. And you may have noticed now that every single node on this has now changed to red, which says they're all strings. Hi, Cinder. So we'll pull these out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Actually, we'll move these up a bit because we haven't got quite enough room. Oh God. No! Don't do that. That's bad. But yeah, so there we go. We've now got our 6 separate inputs here. And what we can do... Hi Life Paradox, welcome. We'll set this one as hidden. Well, actually, no, this will be private. The next one is LAN mode. Contacts. Oh, I put conracts then. Ooh. Does anyone know what a conract is? What's a conract? And I've still put it wrong. I've put contract. Oh my God, what am I doing? Multiplex input management is a nightmare. It really is. Hello, Elmino. Yeah. Then we'll have public. Well, actually, no, this will be registered, actually. We'll put it as registered. And then anyone. So right now, we've got this coming into here. And it'll say anyone. But if the access level of the session were to change, say to, oh, I don't know, private. This has now changed to say private. Are user badges visible? No, not all of them. We do see some of them, like the mute badge and stuff. Hello, Ghost. Welcome. But what you can do is we can actually do some quite cool little some cool things with this now. So as an example here, where Aegis has actually given me something up here, which is quite nice. So we'll be making use of that in a moment. But what we're going to do is...
The cards here.
Okay, thank you, Aegis. What we're going to do is we're actually going to take another variable here, which is world hide... Not world hide from listing. It is... Actually, it is. It is world hide from listing. Which will tell us whether or not this session is hidden from the public. So we're going to put that one up there. And we are going to take the good old connect that up. Grab another string. We'll connect that up there. And we'll have that say bracket hidden bracket. So now, whenever the world is hidden, it will say it's hidden. Yes, you could, but this is going to be doing some more stuff along with it, as well as getting the values. But you could just parse the access level out. Yes, you could just do that. Let me just go into third person a moment. There we go. I need to focus on myself. Can you stay still, camera, for a moment? Where's the camera gone? This is just for the benefit of Cinder, because he's deaf, so...
The camera's looking at you.
That's what I wanted it to do.
Cool.
Yep. So, as I say, in a bit, we'll be using another multiplexer. I'm going to leave that down there. But as for right now, we're going to make use of these. So what we're going to do is we are going to be doing some formatting. So we are going to take the format node here, and we're going to add an extra thing to this format node. Now what we can do is we're going to take hidden, connect it to the first one, and take the multiplex, connect it to the second. Now the really cool thing with the format node is you can actually use this to add bits of a string together, different parts, and then construct a string from them. So say for example I want it to say world access, and we'll put a colon in. Now because this plugs in to number 1 here, what we have to do is we put a squiggly little line thing, 0, and then the same one there. Is it that one? I can never remember. Have I done that wrong?
I believe you need the 1 brackets 1, right?
Oh yeah, it's bracket 1, yeah, never mind. I think it's 1. Yes, of course, because our 0 is the hidden field, which is outputting nothing. So as you can see there now, we've now got it saying world access private. And then if we put in our 0 value at the end, and we actually make this world hidden.
Oh, we can just simulate that, like... Boop.
Yep, there you go. It'll then come up world access private hidden.
And reconnect it. There you go.
Yep. And then what we could also do, as I say, is Aegis has done this awesome little text display up here for us. So what we'll do is we're going to grab our card for this, and we will connect our output from our format into our content. And as you can see now, we've now got this display that says world access private. But, I ain't got time to read. I ain't got time to read this, right? So, we're going to do something a little bit more interesting. We're going to go back. And we're going to go into input. And we are going to take a colour. And we're going to multiplex again. And we're going to create enough plugs again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we'll connect those two to the top. Because at this point you might as well treat LAN and LAN and private as the same. We'll connect this one up to those two, like so. And then we'll connect this one up to the last two, given this is more of a public mode. And what we'll do is we'll have our private mode go red. Our public one will go yellow, red, green, blue, and then our public one will just go, actually no, we are gonna go, what do you reckon, green? Green? Let's go green. So yeah, having a dirt moment here. There we go. Oh, for God's sake.
It's the middle one.
I know it's the middle one. My aim was off. So we've got a red, a green, and a blue right now. Get ready for a maelstrom of colour nodes, folks. No. But what we could do here, as I say, is we can literally take this multiplex colour and connect it up to the value field here, which is colour, which just gives us this different display. Now, if the access level is changed in the world now, from, say, private to anyone, it goes green. And contacts will go yellow. But this is a bit sudden. So what we'll do, again, is we're going to go into the math. I hate the fact that it's math. I really do. It should be maths. And we are going to smooth lerp this value for, say, oh, I don't know. Let's go for 2. 2's a good number. I like 2. So now when we switch our access level, it fades the colour out. But you could also do a lot of other variety of things. I did a session display that will play different sounds depending on what the access level is again. And, you know, the multiplexer is one of those places where this comes in again.
You can even do it like, say, fire on change, and then have something play depending on what is selected.
Exactly. But that's one of the things you can do.
Yeah, and just have the user be local.
But one of the other things now is, what we could do is, if we take, say, some outlined text, which we're going to do now. So I'm going to create some new text, which is outline. Now, the outline text is really, I do like outline text, because you can literally change the border to a slightly different colour than the main part of the text. So what we can do here is...
I can change the one over on the sign to be outline if you'd like.
What, this one?
Yeah.
As I say, if I can show it with a smaller text like this to start with, and then we can go a bit further. So what we do is we're going to get our text unlit material. Is that the node I want? That is not the node I want. So we want this one, the text unlimited material. So what I did there was I grabbed the tint color, I aimed and pressed my secondary, which pulls out the LogiX node card. Now what we're going to do is... I've lost my camera screen.
No.
I've lost my camera control.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
Where is it?
I've got it. It's
okay,
here.
good.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go into colour. And in here, you will see... Where is this option? Channels. And you can use something called a mull RGB. So if we grab this mull RGB, and we'll connect our smooth lerp into it, and we'll say, on this number, we'll go 0.5. What this actually does is it takes our current colour and divides it slightly by the number that you've actually put in here. So as you can see, we've got our bright colour and our dark colour. So what we're going to do is...
Well, it multiplies it, so you're multiplying by 0.5.
Yeah, so at that point it's dividing it. So what we'll do is we'll connect this as our tint colour. And we'll connect our smooth lerped colour as our outline colour. As you can see there, we've now got some nice text with a bit of a border on it based on our access level of our world. So we can go sessions again now, contacts, and anyone. Obviously I've not connected this up yet to show the text update, so we'll do that as well. So we'll grab our text renderer, we'll pull out text, again, secondary button, get our reference card and connect that up there. And there we go. We now have that showing both bits of text. It's quite, as I say, it can be used to quite good effect, but the main reason we were showing this was to show off what you can do with a multiplexer and some of the extra colour options that you've got here as well. It's always worth having a play around with the LogiX and seeing what else you can do.
I discovered something about the text border, how it works.
Okay,
it's not via the text component, it's via the text unlit material. So I just swapped that out. I'm going to change the outline color to probably red. Right now oh, you actually do see it. Let me just increase the thickness.
Increase the border, yep.
Yep.
Nice.
Right now the color is being driven already, but I can actually duplicate that. And
I think if you bring out the value for that color, you could also hook it up to the multi that they have.
Yep. Actually, it'd be better off if it's... Yeah, that's a good point. Bring out the text unlit material. And you can plug it into the outline. You can plug this into the text again. If that was it. There we go. There we go. And you can plug in the outline.
Multi to the outline color, right?
Yep, there you go. Actually, I can increase the size of the text a bit.
I'm going to make it, instead of darker, brighter.
Actually, let me decrease the outline thickness a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. Gives it a little bit of a glow. Reminds me of a neon sign.
Clean this up a little bit. There we go.
I find that really frustrating, Ramper, to hear that, because there's no real difference between having an absolute boat ton of LogiX on an avatar and having an absolute boat ton of components on an avatar.
Right, so now we got the outline working on that other one. There.
I think the reason why a lot of people have problems with it is because LogiX has a higher slot count than something made with components.
Yeah.
They both technically do the same thing, but yeah.
Yeah, people just see the slot count and they assume, oh no, that person's got a lot of stuff on their avatar, they must be the reason for the lag. And
it could be a variety of things, but
I was going to
slot
say,
count...
one thing is the amount of blend shapes on an avatar that can really be a problem.
Bake your blend shapes, people,
Bake
and
your
slot
blend
count
shapes.
does not matter
No.
90% of the time.
Exactly, it really does not. Yeah, some decent profiling tools would be really good.
Mm-hmm. I also made a packing route for the LogiX as well, so...
Cool.
I also have a perfect place to put it too, right above the door.
Well then, this can become part of our world then, I guess.
Yep.
As I say, it's always good to have it, because, yeah.
LogiX tool. Boop.
Yeah.
There we go, and it should be under it.
Yeah, I am greasy, yeah.
Now let's set its scale. Right here, on the inside.
On the inside?
Yeah, because
yeah,
like we can see it from here.
There we go. The LogiX tool might be a good one to use to place it, because it'll snap to a grid.
.75. Cheated.
Nice.
Move it slightly to the left. Because it's not in between the doorposts. That's it.
Oh, I guess I got it. First try, let me make it non-grabbable.
Yep. There we go. That's now something that we can, we can actually see that now from behind our desk.
I realized I should probably duplicate this real quick. And bring 2. And save this to the Workshop Wednesday examples folder.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as I say, we do always say that the world's always available for people to come check out and come steal things from. But anyway, I'm going to hand you over to Aegis for a bit, who can explain a bit more about text inputs, because he was going on about some of the cool stuff. He was on about this to me when you were on about this yesterday to us, weren't you, Aegis? Rich text formatting.
Yes. So within Neos, since it's from what I recall, uses the rich text formatting of C#. There are different things you can do to text to change what it does. Say, for example, if you ever seen like on programs on social media or websites and such, where you see different text highlighted, bold, italics, and even changed colors as well. For example, I can just go take this text, type in color equals red. In this brackets here, it disappears. It's because it's not going to be shown in the final text when you type it out. So if I type in text, it's red. And if I keep on typing text, there we go. It's still red, but say if I want only the text to be red and the rest to be not red, I can close that effect or statement by doing /color. Now the only thing that's red is the text. Now, you can do whole bunch of different things with text here. Now, this here is a quick guide that I've compiled from all the different things I've messed around with. It's located in, let me get the folder out here. Inventory, Neos Essentials, Examples, and it's right there. So that's where it's located.
It might be worth mentioning as well how I've just managed to get that text to show with the tag as well now.
So how Wraith did that, if I take a look at the text component itself, under the text renderer component, you'll see this checkbox right here, Parse Rich Text. I can click that. It turns on and off the parser. And it still shows, no matter what you type in there, the entire text that you typed in. Now there's literally a... let me duplicate this here, so I can work on it. And I'll get this one here.
Turn the parse rich text back on now. And there you go. As you can see, it does support hex values as well, yes. Paragon did say, I hear you can insert a hex value. And yep, as I say, I just wanted to show there is a hex value input there. Which actually, funnily enough, 3366FF is one of my favourite HTML colours, which is this blue. It's like a really nice blue.
There is one note I would like to say about the Hexcode color 2. The mark highlight overlay thing, where it's like you can highlight... Actually, you know what? Let's demonstrate that. So, text.
Here you go.
Let's see here. Let's do mark equals... What do you think would be a good...
hash CC 6699.
And now everything is highlighted. And do note it also supports transparency too. So it's like red, green, blue, and alpha. Just like the color system in Neos.
Yeah. Actually, what I would do there then is actually I would change that to hash 6cc and then a load of zeros to make it red.
So let me turn off rich text so I can see it real quick. And let me also close the mark /mark.
Yeah, always, always, always close your tags, people.
Yep. So for the mark, CC.
Okay, go. No, just CC.
Just CC?
Yeah, one and then 4 zeros.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There we
And
go.
let's see here.
There we go.
Now it's red.
There you go. That's some of the cool examples of rich text. As I say, just being able to do stuff like that with the formatting is really good. I've took advantage of that myself with a few things. Actually, let me see if I can find one of my creations that I have. This is actually something from my homeworld. So we'll go. Where is it?
But yeah, the highlight overlay only works with hex code. It doesn't work with like any of the base colors you type out.
There we go.
The only other one that isn't mentioned on here is sprites, as I still have yet to know how to do that. And that is actually including sprites. Thank you for bringing that in here.
Yeah, there are the actual text sprites in there.
Actually, let's
That
get
way people
even
can see
more... even the Twitch chat itself has sprites too.
They're not going to see that,
So
I guess.
Oh. Actually, I can bring out
Yes,
a
you
Twitch
can.
chat real
You can
quick.
hear my TV in the background. Yes, I've got guests over at the moment.
There we go. So if people put in emotes and all that, that is also a sprite. And the Twitch API in Neos reads those. So they do end up being actual sprites read out on a Twitch chat. Oh, there we go. Yep, and each one of those are sprites. I wonder if I can just... Let's see your content, scroll area, content. I'm assuming
There
these
is
are all the
stuff still
messages.
going on with Neos, yes. There is still development. So there is some developments going on, and hopefully we can, provide more information on that soon. But we have not, we are still doing Neo stuff.
Ooh, okay. We can see the entire thing on a Twitch chat thing here.
You can actually see the sprite name equals part there. But this isn't using sprites. This is using emoji. This uses emojis. So if you were to inspect that Aegis and actually have a look at the text of that.
Oh, this?
Yeah, have a look at the text style of that.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
If you look.
Oh, they're ASCII emojis.
Yeah,
or like character.
Yes.
So you can do either or. Like if you want a custom image of some kind that's small enough to be a emote, you can do this way.
There we
okay,
go.
I think I'm gonna add the sprite.
There we go. It's a little easier to read.
But there we go. I've turned the rich text off now.
That's crazy. Oh, there we go. That's... See, I always learn something new in here.
Yep. And then we switch parse rich text on again, and much nicer. But when we are on about oh no, that's not what I want. I didn't want that one. But Aegis, you know how we were on about the access levels and stuff and other things you could do with it?
Mm-hmm.
Another example is this one. Which if I change the access level...
Session
the sound didn't complete, but...
and mode. Session.
For some reason this one, it cuts out. But you can hear how it's doing the sound beforehand.
Public mode. Contact.
This actually needs work doing on it now because there is an issue with it. But that's another thing you can do. You can have audio clips play. But yeah, they're not being parsed by Twitch, those ones, so they won't come through, unfortunately. But as I say, there's lots of different things you could do with text. You could do some really cool stuff. And as I say, these are just some demonstrations of some of the stuff you could do with text displays as well. Now, I don't think there's too much else miscellaneous that we can cover with regards to this, but if anyone has any questions on anything, please feel free to ask. I'm going to clear those questions off because those were already answered. As I say, this will be this was a short one. I could say that much. So what we're going to do is we're going to head off behind the desk again for now. Is it possible to edit a text periodically? Yeah.
I mean, if you select a text with a dev tooltip.
Actually,
You might find
I've got a prime example of this, actually. If you put grabbable on that, and then I will change the LogiX on this. As you'll need it the other way around. Yeah. You can see here now. Oh.
And it snaps onto the wall. Nice.
But what I can do with this is I could deselect everything and select that. And if I go in here and change... But there, you can see now, as an example, that's constantly changing. Oh, yeah. My heart rate meter does exactly the same thing. It's rapidly changing.
Mm-hmm. You can have text using for like a clock. I've seen it used for speedometers for vehicles, for ammo counters, for weapons, or tools, or fuel.
Just to give you an idea of how quickly you can actually have text update, I'll just grab my LogiX 2.0. And what I'll do is I will go into input and get T. And I'm going to take T and connect it to the text. Oh no, I might need to format this first.
You need to string.
Yeah.
If you go to operators or strings, you'll find the two-string node.
Yep.
They're in both.
So what we'll do is we'll connect this up and then connect that up to the text. There you go.
Actually, also literally the same thing too. If I take out a display of LogiX, it's the same thing.
And
just on the LogiX node.
That's literally updating that pretty much every millisecond. Mm-hmm. So yes, you can do that.
Yep. Say these are display nodes. When you drag out something and hit trigger, or was it? Yeah. Secondary, man.
That's just the text display. It's just normal text. It's done in Neos.
Yep. And any output you want to take a look at, and you bring out a display node, you can see it live.
Yeah, after a while, you know, especially if you are using T, things slow down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, actually, a good example of that is the fans in the workshop.
The ceiling fans.
Yeah,
we have spinner component.
Yeah, we have ceiling fans up here. Which, yeah, when the session's been up for a very long time, these go really slow.
They skip frames over and over again. It's because the floating point problem that computers tend to get to.
Yeah.
Couldn't you just use UTC?
That's... I could, but that's the spinner component that's coded in.
Hey, look there. Shout out to the Knobs episode where Aegis graced us with the 100th digit formatting mode.
100th digit formatting node. Oh. It's like under, I believe, string? Man, there's so much stuff that, wait, it might be under formatting? No. Math?
The best thing regarding avatars, especially, that's a good question for you, Aegis, actually.
Well, the wiki has a list for the bones, and I think there's even like a rig that they can download from there, right?
Yeah, there should be. Yes.
I was going to say,
They're
these two are
they're-
better at talking about that than me, because Aegis and Rua content team. I'm not content team. I'm a developer.
I think Aegis is the one that actually made like the bone rig, like the default one for the wiki.
the there is documentation on there, as well as Fuchs has added multiple different ways to name the bones, say in different languages or different terms. Sometimes you might have like upper arm, lower arm, and hand. Sometimes you might have the actual bone names, like medical term bone names. Good examples like how the fingers are. Like you get the metacarpal, which is like a extra bone inside the palm, like on the upper or back of your hand. And then you got the three fingers in front, the proximal, middle, and distal, for example, for like your index finger. And
There's
if you
also
have,
a
like,
way to turn off like the bones themselves. So if you have something that's rigged but not for an avatar, you can tell it that it's got no IK, and it'll just not worry about it.
it's a setting on import. When you have the import dialog, you can select it and say if you have extra bones other than the bone rig, say for example my hair or my fur on my head. Actually, I even have a bone in my nose and upper and lower jaw as well. Those are all extra bones. If you name them correctly, or proper naming stuff for your base bone rig for the arms and legs and fingers and all that, Neos will recognize that and create the rig for you. And when it gets to weight painting, that's a bit different. That's just a matter of like if you're weight painting your character correctly, and that's something that deals with whatever program you're making the avatar in. And there we go. There's the bone rig here in hierarchy, as pictured there, including the
Actually,
metacarpal bones.
For the benefit of Cedo, I'm just going to switch my Neo stream off for 1 second. I'm going to switch to a stream of my desktop, and I will show you on our wiki.
And if your bones are in another language, Blender actually has a translator for bones that can rename them. In some cases. I've used it, I think, like twice.
Mm-hmm. If you do want to see like updates to it, recommend going to the GitHub and list something there, especially like for something in regards to like other languages that it doesn't support.
His head is almost
Yes.
lined up with the background picture.
Even though that's the little cutout of my head there, and almost does, yeah.
But there you go. That's how. That's all the information that you can find on our wiki regarding this.
Mm-hmm.
Something FBX. Yeah. GLTF. What is it?
GLTF for the win.
Yeah.
Or
GLTF.
GLB.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. Don't use FBX.
If you're having trouble with FBX, I have had a little bit of progress. Like, if it does not work for some reason, I'll run it through Microsoft's or Windows, 3D model viewer. You can resave it, and sometimes it'll fix it, but it does do some weird things to the bones.
It does. Yeah,
Only
but the
last
worst
resort on that.
The worst one is when you get the pivot point in the pivot point, and then you get all the dollar directories in the hierarchy underneath it. It is an absolute mess, and you're more than welcome, Cedo.
And off the top of my head, meshes that support rigs that are also supported in here. You got GLTF, FBX, blend files technically, if you have it installed in the regular directory, or tell Neos where it's installed, then it just auto-converts it to an FBX or GLTF. I don't remember which one. But also DAE, although the only thing wrong with DAE compared to the others is that it will support bones, but not blend shapes. It will also support animations as well. But the only thing it won't support is shape keys, blend shapes. Or blend, yeah, whatever they're called, depending on the platform or software. There we go. Yep.
Yeah, as I say, we're drawing on close to the hour now. We're about 10 minutes away from the end of stream now, so what we're going to do is...
The list of files.
Oh, yes.
Here we go. These are the formats that, you know, Neos can support. They're not very easy to see, though.
You know what? That's actually a good point. You know what? Let me change the text color.
Nice try, Bong. Nice try. Cyan Twitch chat.
Label. Shit, you know what? I'm just gonna delete the back of this panel.
The Cyan Twitch chat is my favourite Twitch chat.
I wonder if this is easier to see.
Yeah, there we go. Let go of it. And then actually, I'll tell you what. Put
You know what? I'm turning this off. I'm sorry, I'm turning this off.
Here we go.
There we go.
Put that cube behind it, Roo. There we go.
Yep, that's why I was getting out the plane, because it's invisible from our side.
Yeah,
so.
there you go.
Yep, those are the different model formats that Neos supports.
Eggs.
And yes, those bottom two are a thing too. It's a proprietary format based off of the model import and export library that Neos is based off of.
Ass imp.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ASIMP.
Ass imp. Would be fun if the API was bi-directional and you could booby trap it with LogiX. Imagine trying to do someone, but instead of Zeus in someone. Oh god. That'd be hilarious.
Yes, I would say GLTF is the best thing to shoot for.
ASIMP is open source, yes.
Yes. That's why Neos uses it, just like Beppu for the
Boo-poo.
physics.
Beppu.
Beepoo.
Boo-poo. Woohoo!
RCX.
But yeah, as I said, what we're going to do is we're coming up now on the end of the workshop, so we are going to be ending off here. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and be sure to check us out on Friday, when we'll hopefully be doing our normal stream. Thanks, Roo, by the way, for making an appearance. It's been nice to have you here. Roo hasn't been with us since the first pilot of the workshop.
I think I've been on a few more than that. I remember doing a couple.
They were the Christmas ones that got lost.
The Lost Christmas episodes.
Yeah.
No, not the...
But yeah, we're gonna probably do the World Open, but well, as I say, I'm not gonna be around for that because I've got company over right now. But Aegis will probably be here for about half an hour to answer any questions that you have. And we will return in 2 weeks, as usual, with the workshop. Thank you, everyone. Once again, you're all fantastic, and thank you for the support and coming to watch us today. Mwah. Goodbye, everybody, and have a good rest of the week.
Yeah.